Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ness River Railroad. I've been lucky enough to steal a few hours in the train room this week, so I've managed to get a little bit of work done. Just before I decided to make this video, I was speaking to my friend Noel, so hello Noel. So what's been going on? Well, as you might be able to tell behind me, there's some rocks, and we're doing a few other little things too. Tweaking of some track. I thought I had things sorted, but it wasn't quite right. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I will talk you guys through what I've been up to. Alright, I'm doing this video for a second time guys because for some reason my gimbal decided to play up. So you've heard me talk a few times about these return or loops at the ends of the peninsula and the one over on this side as well. Don't want to give away too many secrets there, but yeah, I found that on this side I just couldn't quite get a radius big enough or constant enough that my 844 Living Legend would go around there happily. I mean, that loco can go down to 12-inch radius according to Kato, but it was just having troubles, and so I put a little radius gauge thing, a pico one on there, and there's a few points where it just pinched a bit tight. So what I've done is I've gotten rid of the flex track here, and I've actually, for these return loops, so it's nice and consistent, I've got myself some set track. So the curve on this side of the return is 17.5 inches, I think, the radius, and once it goes to the halfway point and it steps down, it goes to 16.25 inch radius. Okay, and I haven't quite, this piece is actually not laid down yet, that's loose. And yeah, I've just finished redoing my sub road bed there. Is a method that I use, as I said before, the twin strips of cork. And you'll also see I've put a little nook in the wall. So I've left a can of paint in the way. Now I will tie this all up. So what that has done, that has just actually just allowed me just another inch and a bit of width there in the radius, and I can run, as you can see, it goes pretty tight. I can run all the way out to under that radius and allow my big steam locos to run a bit better. So if I go around here, I've done the same thing on this side as well. 17.5 inch set track to 16.25. I've got a number 7 turnout down here. I got rid of the curved one. And over in the back there, I've put in a Y. And so they will eventually, when I extend, both go out along the wall there, join up, and that'll be like a, I don't know, I could do like a kitty Y or something like that out there, who's to know. So anyway, so that's what I've done there. So I'm going to stop here and I'll come back. Okie dokie. So obviously the biggest progress I've done is I've made more of my rock wall like I had in the old train room layout room, you know what I mean. So I've joined in the old bits with new bits of foam and painted them and blended them in. I've had to get a few strategic spots where I've added sort of like a calcium buildup or something wash, and that's actually one of the joins there. One of the other joins I've put grass growing, or you know, some sort of foliage growing up there. This join here, I actually put some oil wash down there, so it's sort of like a bit wet, like water possibly running deep in there. I haven't quite finished all the way around the end here yet. I've still got to detail that all up. And I'm pretty happy with how it's all turned out. I've got a few videos that I'll add at the end of this of the trains running. And then I had this bit here where I was going for like a nice curve, but I'm not too happy with it. So I'm thinking I might end up just carving that out so it joins in through there. And then I'll put some black wash or paint in there with a bit of black smoke weathering powder or something like that, and blend it into the rest of it. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's all turned out, and I've ballasted all that top area there too. It's not my best effort at ballasting. I've got to go through and fix up a few spots. But yeah, so now I've got that done, I can then start adding floor coverage and stuff to the edges and get this all nice and finished off. So it's like a one scene finally that I can operate in. So, which brings me around to here. So what else am I going to do in here? So I've still got a few bits of leftover of the old rock wall. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to push, so that bit there used to join on here, of course. So what I'm thinking is I might actually put that to there, cut that and mold that in better, and then make that a road out of the tipple area, and I can have a few trucks or something in there. And then of course down into the mine and the old tipple there. So what I'm thinking, guys, is, so this was built as a stub end yard. So I'll extend it out, and then I'm going to sort of create the thing that this old tipple is not used that much anymore. Still gets used a bit, but not high functioning. And then what I want to do is I'll run that down. They'll all join up again up in this corner, come around, and then up on, if I can get this to now come around there, and then up on that wall there, which would give me a return here. Somewhere on that wall, I'm going to put this fella. So I managed to get my hands on one of the Walther's N-scale flood loaders. The reason I'm thinking that is, yeah, all of my coal wagons all tend to be Bethgons, all the modern stuff. So I thought that could be, you know, the old mine still gets used when it has to be, but then around there and into a nice new sort of mine. And that'll give me heaps of scope down in that bottom end just for some cool scenery. So, all right, now, one other thing, I want to try and figure out what I'm going to do for a backdrop up above all of that. So I'm thinking I could get, I could make lots of my trees, smaller trees up here, then with maybe some sort of green stencil-y work, and then just graduate up into a more of an overcast sky, because I always wanted my coal scenes to be like a wintry thing. Or if you guys, anyone can recommend any awesome photo backdrops or anything that you think might be appropriate, let me know in the comments. So what else has been happening? Hold on a second, I'll just turn the camera around. So what else has been happening? I managed to get a couple of decoders for a few of my diesel locos, which is good. So I've got 2610 back in contest with 2592, my old favourites. I love those guys. I had a bit of an incident with my 4449. She picked a point and I didn't get to it in time, and it shorted and fried some of the wires in the decoder. So I'm hoping if I maybe pick them apart and re-insulate them, it might come to life, but I'm a bit doubtful. So that had a Tsunami 2 decoder in it that I really liked, that my local model train shop in Croydon, Branch Line, put in for me. So I might get that in again if I can't salvage it, or I might look at one of these ESU chips that seem to be all the rage once again. If any of you guys have got any suggestions what you think might be a good one, let us know. So that's about where I'm at. I've got issues with my throttle, the D2402, so I might have to upgrade that. It just does weird things. It just randomly will turn, it'll have an engine idling and it'll just randomly put it to full throttle, or it'll be running and it'll randomly drop it. Or when I'm trying to add a loco address, the buttons are really not sensitive, then overly sensitive, all sorts of stuff going on, which is all fun and games, I guess. So anyway, so that's it. I'm back at work now, so as I've mentioned before, don't get as much time off as I was previously. But look, thanks as always for watching, guys. I'm going to add a video to the end of this of my Norfolk Southern Old Faithfuls pulling the coal wagons up through that rock face, just to give an idea of what it looks like and what I was going for. Any suggestions or any tips to what you think might improve parts of that? I'm open to ideas. Doesn't mean I'm going to do them, of course. But yeah, so look, thanks as always for watching. I'm over 750 subscribers now. It seems to be just constantly getting more subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for coming along. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I don't know what it gets you. Gets to see my face more often, I guess. But yeah, like the video, post a comment. Apparently that helps algorithms and things like that. Not that it really gets me anywhere. But yeah, thanks guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.